Hey guys, it's Senile and I'm bringing you another bit of gameplay on Assassin's Creed 3 multiplayer. This time it's going to be a little different because, as you would have seen in the title, I posed the question, what is the opposite of a purist match? And yeah, my interpretation of this is a match where you use as many fucking abilities as you possibly can within the 10-minute period. And this was kind of supposed to be my 100 subscriber special thing, but it technically isn't, because I had another idea for that was posted in the comments that I was going to try and do, but it may take a little bit longer to actually sort out and may even never happen at all. So I don't want to go into that just in case I disappoint people and end up saying, oh, it's going to be great, it's going to be awesome, and then it doesn't happen. But yeah, back to the commentary at hand. I've made this two-match commentary just because it gives me more time to use as many abilities as possible. And yeah, how I'm basically doing this, I've set up a bunch of completely random profile sets, completely random abilities, and I am going to try and switch through them throughout these two games and use as many of them as possible and as effectively as possible. And yeah, I managed to get two of them off there as I use my morph and then use my decoy, and that guy goes nuts on my decoy, tries to shoot him and gets punched in the face. Yeah, now my next thing is disruption. I don't think I actually am going to get disruption done in this particular one. I do try, but there doesn't seem to be any opportunity to use disruption. And yeah, this was odd. That was the weirdest smoke bomb stun I've ever seen. He threw the smoke bomb into the ceiling or something, and yeah, I got caught in it and got stunned. That was kind of the weirdest way I've ever been stunned with a smoke bomb. But yeah, as I go through this game, I'll be randomly switching profile sets. So I will be using the back and A technique. I didn't even realize you could do that. I only found out like 2 days ago that you could switch your profile set randomly by paying 80 Abstergo credits on the fly, which I thought was pretty cool, and I'm about to do that in a minute because I'm coming to the conclusion that disruption is not going to do me shit in this game. So I'm going to quickly go around this corner and change my profile set because I'm trying to use as many of them as possible. Not necessarily effectively. I will try to make them as effective as possible. I'm not just going to chuck an ability for no reason. Here I'm going to try and use bodyguard. I'm like, yeah, bodyguard, help me with that guy. And I'm like, bodyguard? Bodyguard? Okay. Contrary to possibly the popular definition of a bodyguard, you know, the kind of person who devotes their life to protecting somebody from harm, that guy didn't seem to give a flying fuck about whether I lived or died. In fact, I didn't even see him when I deployed him. So I don't know who the fuck employed that guy. He's no Kevin Costner, I'll tell you that right now. But now I have no idea. Bodyguard, teleport, and knives. And while I have no target or pursuer, I'm just going to fucking amuse myself for a second. And now everybody seems to get, oh my god, there's an ice cream van outside syndrome, and is running over to this side of the map. And I know one person's trying to kill Mr. Simmons. But as I go over to reach this ice cream van, this hideously dressed, what's-his-face sharpshooter goes over and steals all the Soleros, Cornettos, and Flakes and all the other ice creams I like. So fuck you and everything you stand for, and I'll just take a great variety off the ground finish. I did really want a Solero though. But now, yeah, now it's going to be time for me to use my teleport, because that guy is running rapidly over there. I kind of completely misdirected my teleport. Should have aimed it further to the left, but I've got closer to him. But now it seems I have bigger problems. So now it's round 2 of, can my bodyguard actually guard my body? Go. I've actually locked onto the person now. Where you go? Bodyguard, where you going? She's over there. She's around the corner. Yeah, go get her now. She's going to shoot me. Again, no Kevin Costner. If that was Kevin Costner, he would have charged in front of that bullet, took it for me, and I would have got the stun. But instead, that bodyguard just goes up. No. In fact, I'm not going to protect you. Do I need to give you a reason? No, I'm not going to. I just don't want to protect you. No reason. Don't take it personally. I'm just taking a day off. Okay, bodyguard. You're kind of ruining what I'm trying to do here, but okay. Well, I pretty much know this guy knows I'm after him. I just walked diagonally away from his dirty, dirty smoke and managed to go straight through it. And then Mr. Hideously Dressed Sharpshooter kills me again. And yeah, his outfit is hideous. That white outfit is terrible. No reason for anyone to wear it, ever. It's terrible. Objectively terrible. It's not even an opinion, it's a terrible outfit. But now I have a gun on my set. I'm not going to shoot this guy from point blank range because not even I am that trolly.
Contested kill.
But I will be using it eventually. Oh yeah, I have Animus Shield and Smoke Bomb now, which is actually a completely normal profile set that you would sometimes expect people to be rolling in Wanted or anything, to be honest. Gonna just throw that Smoke Bomb at him, so that's Smoke Bomb out of the way. And I'm gonna pop him for virtually no points at all. Not because I thought that would be a good time to use that, but purely because I wanted to get it out of the way. So now I don't know how many, I should have put a count on how many abilities I've actually used, but fuck it, I've used quite a few. Doesn't look like Animus Shield is going to get any time in this game because I have too many pursuers, so I'm just going to switch my profile set randomly to Poison, Money Bomb, and again with the gun. I probably should have picked this, I should have put Disruption in more of my sets because I don't get a chance to use it in this. But oh well, I now have Money Bomb and Poison. And I can see that bear is after me, so I'm going to try and go for the corner stun. But instead, Mr. Bear goes over there and kills a Night Stalker. I don't know if he was trying to stun him or something, because his compass couldn't have possibly told him that that guy was the guy who was supposed to be killing. I'm going to give him the benefit of the doubt and say that might have been a stun that he was trying to do. Or I could also just not give him the benefit of the doubt and just say that he's terrible. But I'm actually going to give him the benefit of the doubt. That was probably a stun. Probably a stun. Faith in humanity. Right, I know that my target's in there. I don't know who it is. I could go in there and use Money Bomb, but I really don't fancy my chances of that working. Money Bomb, as you probably know, is the greatest ability in any game you will ever play in your life. Of course, I'm taking the piss, because Money Bomb is terrible. If you throw it, basically a bunch of guys, bunch of civilians will run towards all the money and start picking it up and shit, leaving your target just standing there. But a lot of the time, the target starts running away anyway, so they end up looking like all the guys that you're trying to distinguish them from. So, yeah, it ends up being pretty confusing, and you might as well just use firecrackers or wipe. And this guy gives me a lure by killing nothing. I'm sure he did not kill anything there. If you could probably go back at that and you'll see, what are you doing? Okay. Interesting, brutal escape there. But yeah, you'll probably notice that that guy did seem to kill air. He just beat the crap out of some air there and gave me a lure and everything. So yeah, I can't even explain that. And yeah, I aimed at that guy for no reason, just for trollage, and that may have led to him being punched in the face from directly in front of him, I'm not sure. But he goes mental and throws his Smoke Bomb, and yeah, I don't give a fuck, because I got plenty of points for that. I'm going to change my profile set now, because I haven't got any time for Money Bomb. So I have Glimmer and Firecrackers and Knives. I'm probably not going to use Knives, because I use Knives all the time anyway, so it's not really that interesting for me to use Knives. The whole point of this is to try and use abilities I don't tend to use ever. Some of the abilities I'm using for the first time, in fact. I don't think I've ever used Teleport before. I don't really play modes where Teleport is any good. Like, Teleport in Deathmatch is redundant because the map is pretty much the size of my bedroom in most things, especially in Fort Walcott. But yeah, I'm after Han Solo 6969, which could be a really disgusting name if you think about it. But this guy's going to ruin my life, and I'm not going to get a chance to use any more abilities yet.
Honorable death.
But I've nearly got my Glimmer on my cooldown and Firecrackers on cooldown, so I'm going to try and use them as soon as possible. I'm after Mr. Simmons again. But this guy has designs on my face, so I'm going to run around Firecracker this bitch, and while he's completely confused, get the stun. Normally I would have just used Knives, but again, like I said, Knives are fucking boring. Everybody uses them. People go on about how overused Smoke Bomb is, when virtually everybody uses Knives. Like, everyone. Every player in the history of anything uses Knives. But anyway, 30 seconds to go, and I'm going to use Glimmer regardless of whether I get anything out of it, because I don't have any time to use anything else. So I'm going to use Glimmer now. I've got Glimmer crafted to make me even more invisible than usual, I think. And I get my Glimmer stun right at the end of the game. And to finish the game, as I always love to do, to be shot in the back by a preacher. Because, you know, that's always how you want to end your match. Like, it's the best way. It's the best way. You may not agree with me, but I think it's the best way to end a match. But yeah, I managed to get the win there. But like I said, I'm going to bring you another match. This one is going to be a deathmatch, where I managed to use a couple more of these abilities. But yeah, I'm thinking of doing this more often. I might start doing some live commentaries where I just use really bizarre profile sets, or just try and use millions of profile sets like I'm doing in this one. And wow, I still managed to get quite a few stuns. And of course I'm the improviser. I use the greatest variety of abilities. Of course. If I didn't get the improviser in that particular match, then, well, I would have shoved my laptop up my ass and then jumped out of the window of my house. Because I was pretty confident that I was going to get that. Yeah, still got my extreme variety. I suppose it'd be easier to get extreme variety when you're using loads of abilities, because I brought in the gun for the extra variety. I didn't use poison dart. I really should have used poison dart, but oh well. I'll make sure I use poison dart in this one. Completely redundantly, as you'll see. Right, so, yeah. You don't have to watch me vote for another wanted game, because that's not the game I'm actually playing anyway. It's another deathmatch. And I am playing as the sharpshooter, as you can see. And I'm using a completely different set of profile sets. I changed them before I did this game. Before I recorded this, I made another bunch of profile sets. So I'm not going to have, like I had, like poison and money bomb and gun. I'm not going to have the same ones. I think I have like poison and closure or something in this particular game. But let's see what I start off with. I am starting off with Glimmer and Teleport and Poison Dart, because that is your go-to set if you're playing deathmatch. You can't lose with Glimmer, Teleport, and Poison Dart. I've played with Poison Dart, Teleport, and Glimmer before, and I have never lost a single deathmatch in my life. Obviously, I'm talking bullshit, because I've never used this profile set in a deathmatch ever. But I've got a Glimmer stud again, so that's cool. Right, I'm looking for... Oh, come on, I can't be still forgetting people's names. The Huntsman in his Connor Kenway outfit. Have no idea who he is at the moment, but then I just noticed him walk to the back of that group that he just morphed. So instead of taking like a focus acrobatic like I would try and do in any normal situation, I'm just going to poison dart him. For no fucking reason. Yeah, eat it. I'm going to walk away. He's going to be like, no, don't you poison dart me, you son of a bitch. I didn't actually realise you could still get stunned after you poison darted someone. Doesn't really seem to make sense. But I suppose if someone had thrown poison at me, I would still try and punch them in the face, and I wouldn't be hindered in doing so until the incredibly fast-acting poison had worked on me. So fair enough. I failed to notice the Hessian standing over there in the first place, but now I've noticed him. He gets killed by somebody else. So, fuck me and my blindness, I suppose. But now I have teleport. I don't think I use teleport. Where are you going, Mr. Preacher? I have no idea. I don't think I use teleport in this game, though. Because, well, you can move to one side of the map to the other in about 4 seconds without needing to use teleport. So I couldn't really find a useful time to use teleport. I'm going to go in with Glimmer again here. Try and get myself another Glimmer stun. But instead, I just walk around pointlessly for a couple of seconds. And then just resume the nothingness period of this match. Because I should warn you that, well, from now for about another minute, fuck all happens. So you could pretty much get away with, like, fast forwarding this video to about 2 minutes from now, and shit will start happening again. As far as ability usage goes, there seems to be nothing going on. This guy's going to chase me the fuck down and lead me straight into his friend who, well, completely ruins me in every way. But that gave me time to change my profile set, so I've gone with wipe and bodyguard and knives again. Like I said, I'm not actually using knives. Didn't need to use any abilities for that. But fuck it, I will use them eventually. You'll see bodyguard not do anything again, even though it'll actually be my fault he does nothing this time, because I kind of use him for completely fucking no reason. But you'll see. Alright, I'm after the Hessian again. This time I'm gonna use as many abilities as physically possible to kill this guy. I'm gonna wipe him and I'm gonna knife him, and then I'm gonna stab him in the back. And that was actually a good use of those abilities, because if you knife someone, make it so they can't do anything, then make it so they can't smoke you or anything, and then kill them. That was actually the way I would use those abilities if I did actually use them in Deathmatch. But now, I begin to shit my pants eventually and use bodyguard for no reason. The bodyguard's just like, coast is clear. Coast is clear, guys. I'm on the lookout. Yep, there's no one around. Yep, you shouldn't have used me. You just wasted your ability. Okay. Well, even if the coast wasn't clear, I'm sure you wouldn't have fucking done anything anyway. Cop out, bodyguard. I do love how bodyguards and decoys are so derpy a lot of the time. I use decoy. Whoops. I use decoy anyway in Deathmatch and in other modes sometimes, and it's hilarious to see the shit they come out with when you use them. You'd like pop a decoy, it would turn into you, and then turn into a Lady Maverick, and turn into a Hessian, then turn into a Night Stalker, then turn into a Redcoat, and then turn back into me, and then turn back into the Huntsman again, and then run around in circles 4 times, and then run over to a lamppost, break the bulb off of the lamppost, then turn around, slap somebody in the face with a fish, and then disappear. I've seen decoys do shit like that. But now, it's time for me to use Tripwire Bomb. I can see this guy coming straight towards it. He probably just saw me drop it, so he doesn't look like yeah, he ain't falling for that shit. So he's walking away. I'm just gonna be like, well, I'm not gonna go away from my tripwire. I'm with him right now. I'm comfortable. And then he's like, oh, don't worry, I'm not after you. I'm just gonna walk over here. But he's coming back. He's coming back. I'm like, well, you can still see my tripwire, can't you? He's like, yeah, I'm not gonna go up to that. I was like, well, this is an awkward situation we've got here, isn't it? Because I'm not moving. I'm moving for shit. I've got loads of pursuers. I then thought that guy was a pursuer, and then I was like, oh crap, that's just a derpy NPC. I was like, okay, let's make something of this. Oh nope, you're not gonna come towards me. Nope, not gonna bait you. Nope. He's like, okay, I'm gonna try and disarm this tripwire bomb, and he disarms it perfectly, and then gets stunned anyway. So that was interesting, to say the least. But I'm gonna try and pull off disguise here. Little did I know that that guy's after me, and so is that guy next to him. So that disguise was fucking pointless. So I'm going to try and tripwire now, but it's not going to come out in time. So I'm just going to go with the test kill. Get it over with.
Honorable
I still used a few abilities there. Now I've got poison, closure, and pistol. I can guarantee for you now, if you want to see an effective use of closure, you are not going to in this match. I'm sorry, because there are no chase breakers. But, to be fair, I should have put it in this video, but I did manage to make somebody fall off a chandelier in a different match when I was trying for these little videos. I made somebody fall off a chandelier in New York Brewery, and it was absolutely hilarious. He wasn't even a target or a pursuer. I just wanted to see if I could use closure to affect somebody negatively. And it worked, and it was hilarious because he was going for a grab kill on the guy on the other side of the map, and he failed because he fell over, and I think he was angry. I think he was very angry. I don't actually know if he was angry. He didn't say anything, but he looked angry. His posture just was reminiscent of anger. And it was great. I don't think I was recording this. I would have put it as a little bonus clip to watch him fall down to demise for no reason as I stand there with my troll face. Just, yeah. It was awesome. You just have to take my word for it. It's fucking awesome. I'm sure you will do that. The run after the Night Stalker. Can't use closure. Could use the hidden gun from here, but I'm not going to. I'll find other uses for that. Where you going? Where you going, Night Stalker? Where you go? Where you go?
Revenge.
Yeah. Well, now this guy jumps down and then just chills in a blinker. I thought he was chasing me, so I'm thinking, is he going for some hidden? Is he waiting for me to come back so we can grab a hidden kill? I'm like, fuck, I don't care. I'm just gonna go and test it. And I slammed him against the wall. So did he really not know I was there? Poison!
You have been stunned.
Now hop over there and die. That was a really funny poison kill, especially as I got loads of points for it. Oh yeah, 1200 point poison. Right, now you, sir, are going to get shot for absolutely no fucking reason. No execution bonus, no mid-air bonus, no ambush bonus, no variety. I don't care. I'll shoot you in the face. And like I said, that is not the serious way I would apply pistol. In fact, I don't really use pistol at all unless I do use it in manhunt sometimes. It can be quite useful in manhunt, especially when people do run away from you a lot, so you can grab those executions. And here I'm after the preacher, but I know there's a guy behind me, so I run away and immediately get hit and killed by the strong man. Well done, sir, for chilling in that playing group, because I actually was unaware. I should have known though, because I knew that guy was in the game. But oh well, I've got firecrackers now and I'm keen to use them. Immediately if necessary. Right, I'm going to try and make this guy kill a civilian. So use firecrackers here and just hope he presses the X button. He does absolutely fuck all, so that didn't quite work in the way I wanted it to. But at least allowed me to get the kill without him contesting it, because I'm assuming he probably would have contested it otherwise, I guess. But anyway, I'm going to change my ability set again to Money Bomb, and was that Animus Shield, and something else. I will find out when it cools down. What is it? What is it? What is it? Oh, Poison Dart. I've already used that, so it doesn't really matter. Well, that guy should have stunned me. I thought it was the other guy who was in disguise or something, but then it was just the mountebank standing right next to me. All he had to do was press X and I would have dropped to the floor holding my head in shame.
30 seconds remaining.
Right, I don't have much time to use abilities. There's no one hiding, so I can't even use Money Bomb. Ah, I wish I could use Money Bomb. I'm just going to use it anyway. Fuck it, just cause some chaos over there. This guy is going wild. I'm going to try and poison dart him, but then he gets ruined anyway. And like I said, I like to end every game by getting shot in the back. Every time. This time by the huntsman.
Finished first.
I think I got shot in the back at the end of every single game I tried to do for this particular challenge thing. But anyway, I hope you enjoyed the ridiculously long video. Comment, rate, and subscribe, and all of that shiz. And maybe you can give me some suggestions for ability sets to do, because I kind of want to do like a series where I do fucked up ability sets, because I've seen people do that before and it looks like a hell of a lot of fun. Or I might eventually bring more like this where I just use all sorts of random profile sets for the fun of it. So, yeah, like I said, comment, rate, and subscribe. Hope you enjoyed the video, and I'll see you next time.